The reader for recommendations on sponsorship behavior is Valerie M. Would you please unmute and identify yourself?
Hi, I'm Valerie, sex and love addict. Okay. Recommendations on sponsorship behaviors. In addition to helping a sponsee work the steps, a sponsor may also be a good listener, be open-minded and non-judgmental, respect anonymity, provide a safe space, establish healthy boundaries, explain SLAA terminology, share hope, strength, and experience, help build healthy relationships, remind the sponsee that they are not alone, model accountability, offer guidance and recommendations when appropriate, refer the sponsee to SLAA literature in areas where support is needed, encourage emotional sobriety. A sponsor should not try to make the sponsee sober, try to be a therapist or parent, manipulate with shame, guilt, or threats, take advantage of sponsees' vulnerabilities, borrow, loan, or ask for money or exchange favors, control through unhealthy dependence, repeat confidential information to others, give advice or feedback that is not from their own experience, use their role as a sponsor to recruit for another program, have unrealistic expectations, requests, or demands, engage in romantic or sexual relationships with sponsees.
Thank you, Valerie. Appreciate your share or reading service. We will now open the floor again for 15 minutes to anyone who would like to share on these topics. Timekeeper, can you please allow up to 3 minutes per share and give a 1-minute warning? I will call on speakers in the order in which hands are raised. Brittany B.
Hi, thanks for calling on me. I'm Brittany, sex and love, fantasy validation, codependent addict. I could really relate to just like codependency and sponsorship, and just having that one person be your go-to. And when that one person's not around, you're kind of lost and scrambling. And, it's taken some pain in order for me to realize that codependency that I've had on sponsors and other programs. But the SLAA HOW model, the workshop I did in particular, having the outreach calls and the opportunity to touch base with fellows, all throughout the day, getting various types of people and all walks of life respond to your outreach calls and you're able to respond to theirs. It really opened the door for me. It showed me, that everyone has great advice, and it comes in many different forms, and it's available to me just in a really broad and roomy way, I guess. And, ever since I've joined, I feel like I have a team, a team of people I can go to. And I feel way less alone and way less codependent on the people that I used to need so dearly. My city, I'm in a small city, and my pride will say, there's not very, very much strong recovery. So the SLAHOW model has really changed my life, and I'm grateful for it. So thanks for letting me share.
Thank you, Brittany. Deborah H.
Thank you. So I've identified variously over my many years in fellowship as codependent and a adult child of a rageaholic, and currently I'm working on the issues I have around anorexia and social, sexual, and emotional. And it occurred to me the other day that it makes sense that I would feel the way I feel given the challenges my family was facing growing up. And so to me, sponsorship has been an amazing roller coaster. When I first tried to get sponsors, I got rejected and felt all my rejection stuff come up. And then I found two really good sponsors, one who was a really hard-nosed, but I wanted that sponsor that got me through the steps, damn it. And the second one was a co-sponsor that was doing so much of her own work that we became, was a sponsee that she was doing so much of her work. She became a co-sponsor, and then the two of us became friends. And now, given the political situation in the States, are no longer friends, I'm afraid, unfortunately. But because we each had stuff that we hadn't finished working out. I guess what I'm saying is, to me, sponsorship is such a wonderful opportunity to engage with people. I can tend to want to hide away from people, especially if I've been burned. But having these fellowships, and when the pain gets so much that I can't stand myself and I need to do something, knowing that I can reach out, like in a WhatsApp group, and find someone to talk to, and knowing that sometimes it's going to fall flat, and sometimes it's going to be and sometimes it's going to be, oh my gosh, I am so glad this person exists in the world. And finding those gems.
1 minute.
Thank you. Has been part of the recovery journey for me. And I do a lot of work with people and for my job, and having this place to come to where I can just be me anonymously is such a gift. So believe me, there are days when I feel like I hate this, but I'm just really grateful that this has been put together. I'm grateful we're talking about this. I think sponsorship is a really powerful opportunity. I think we humans sometimes screw up and, do things in sponsoring relationships that are not necessarily in either our own or our sponsees or sponsors' best interests. And part of the journey is for me learning how to speak up when I think I'm noticing that. So thank you. I'll stop. I'm grateful for this group.
Thank you, Deborah, for your share. All right, we're going to move on to the next section. Thank you to everyone who did share in that.